Oh my God, this guy is a genius. He demanded a monthly salary of $40,000. When he applied for a welding job, the boss tossed him a faulty engine piston. If he could make one himself, then the $40,000 monthly salary wouldn't be a problem. The young man didn't waste words and got straight to work. First, he needed to create a mold for casting the piston since the piston's interior is hollow. In cases where an inner mold is needed for casting, the scrapped piston used for molding requires meticulous cutting by the craftsman to ensure uniform disassembly from the center. This is done to prevent the molded inner mold from cracking and breaking. Before filling the sand, talcum powder is sprinkled to facilitate easy demolding. After the craftsman skillfully compacts and consolidates, the sand-cut piston can take advantage of its demolding capabilities. This ensures that the surface of the inner mold does not deform. Without a blowtorch, the inner mold that meets the requirements still needs to be cured under the warm sun to create a casting gap between the inner and outer molds. Sand needs to fill the entire frame to serve as the base of the piston mold. However, after recording the required data, the craftsman proceeds to cut with an internal bore cutter. This ensures the entire inner wall of the piston is smooth and consistent with the finished product. The qualified piston's inner diameter also requires surface treatment. Due to the earlier reserved machining space, there's considerable material to remove to meet the outer diameter requirements. To ensure the outer diameter meets the requirements, the craftsman repeatedly uses a threading tool. Following this, the spacing of the piston ring grooves is measured with a caliper, and based on this spacing, craftsman marks and cuts grooves using a high-grade groove cutter. The width of the groove cutter they use conveniently matches the piston ring grooves. After the craftsman finishes cutting the third ring, a comparison is made with the original piston rings to ensure the grooves can be used. The side originally fixed by the chuck also needs to be cut. After obtaining the necessary measurements, the tail cutting is completed quickly. After meticulous measurement and marking by the craftsman, the piston side is drilled to create a hole for the piston pin center. This mainly facilitates the craftsman's cutting with an internal bore cutter to continuously enlarge the piston pinhole. After ensuring the hole diameter meets the requirements, suitable oil return holes are drilled to allow lubricating oil to flow back. Since drilling with a drill bit may leave burrs on the hole edges, sandpaper is used to finely polish them. Once the burrs are removed, the aluminum cast piston is complete. The man successfully secured a $40,000 a monthly salary. So did the boss make a profit or a loss?